of international students studying music, data analytics.
Can you please mute yourself?
So these are all the programs that's very popular among international students on campus. Physical therapy, they can do all the way to doctoral program here. Let's see. So that's the cost of attendance for this academic year. Next year, well, it's gonna be go up like 3 to 4%. I think we're going to post on the website later. I will also going to send you guys an email once it's finalized. So this is for 1 year. The cost of attendance for 1 year for 30 credit hours. That's 15 credit hours per term. You know, international students, they are required to take 12 credit hours per term. But here we calculated 15 because the majority of international students, they take 15 anyway. So that's the cost of attendance for 1 year, includes everything. Because they only pay in-state tuition, that's why it's quite affordable. The out-state tuition, as I mentioned earlier, we give students as a scholarship as long as they live on university housing. And then these are scholarships for undergraduate students, like the one I mentioned earlier, out-state tuition scholarship, merit scholarship. Merit is based on GPA 3.25. They can apply. Usually we ask for one recommendation letter, one SC, and for students CV, resume in order to apply. And then that's the documents or the requirements you say we'll need. I think it's India, the exempt country from the English proficiency. Yes, I think it is for undergraduate students. Well, that's the cost of attendance for graduate students. But also 1 year, but this is only for 9 credit hours per term. So this is for 18 credit hours. Usually, graduate programs, there are 30 credit hours required for the majority of the graduate programs. So like double, well, almost double of this price, they can finish the master program here. Also includes everything. Well, for graduate admission, it's tricky because, you know, each program is different and they have to go through graduate school first. Well, they go to our office and then we send to graduate office, and then graduate office send to different department. The department going to review the application. So it takes longer than undergraduate application, let's say, and the specific program have different requirements. And they have different deadlines. So it really depends on the programs the students is applying for, and also depends on the student background, whether they will need GRE or GMAT. For example, for the MBA program, if students already had a business background and already get like 3.0 on their undergraduate GPA, then they don't need GRE. So it really depends on the student background and the program they apply for. For graduate students, also the scholarships, there's no merit one. The merit is only for undergraduate students. They get ASU tuition scholarship, global citizen, and we also have a graduate citizenship. But our office, we do not help students to apply for that. Students, they are responsible to go to, you know, the university website looking for jobs themselves. And also these are all the graduate programs happening. Well, some of them are, I sent you guys last year the 3-year, the STEM OPT track. I will make sure to send that again in September to remind you guys which graduate programs are STEM. I know, you know, graduate students, they are more mature. They want to look for jobs or at least OPT experience in the US. So there's a list with the certain programs that are STEM OPT, which means they can get 3 years of OPT. Let's see. Call it business. Well, that's the Bear. We have a residence halls and apartments. There's the students organization. Well, the football, we are in Division 1, which is worth mentioning. Sports teams, hyper center. There's well, because it's a natural state, so there's natural reserve, lots of lakes, parks, mountains, and then there's study abroad. You know, when we have international students here, while they are here, they already study abroad, but they want to go to another country to study abroad, you know, again, we have students do that. Arkansas is natural state, you know, they can do bicycle, camp, kayak. After the pandemic, I think 8,000. So that's a good spot to live. There's a, can I? Yeah. Okay, that's the video, and then here's our contact information. Well, here's my email address, very short. Oh, here's the general one. Which one you prefer? Okay, I went through that very quick. You guys have any questions?
Yes, I do have. Could you elaborate a bit on the ESL programs that are available? I'm especially checking this for our Vietnamese students.
Yeah. So for the ESL program, well, there are two tracks basically. If they come here only going to study the English, or after the English program, they want to get a degree at the university. If it's we call it IEP, Intensive English Program. So that's there are 6 levels. Well, from level zero. So from ABC, they start from ABC. Students are doing intensive, which means they meet 18 hours a week. So there are 2 levels in each semester. Each level is 8 weeks long. So, for example, when they come here, they will have a placement test to test their level, and then they get placed to certain level. One level they can finish in 8 weeks. So they can finish 2 levels in one semester. And if they want to get a degree at the university, then they do not have to take TOEFL or IELTS. As long as they pass all the classes, they can automatically get to continue their regular academic degree studying. And also, I want to say we also have they call it pathway, which means if they are they get to placed into like level 4 or level 5, like the higher levels, they can take 1 or 2 classes towards their major. And it also depends on their major. For example, if their major is math or music, they can take. But if their major is English literature, probably not. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Yes. So, will the university offer a conditional I-20?
For conditional I-20, what do you mean conditional I-20?
So basically, if I apply, for example, say a bachelor's or a master's in computer science, but I'm not qualifying with the English language course, so will I get a condition that upon completion of this English, I will be either proceeding for the major that I want to,
Yeah.
progressing into the major?
Yeah. Well, I would say no, because, for example, for our intensive English program is mainly for students who's going to start their undergraduate degree, their bachelor degree. So for example, if you are applying for a bachelor degree, but you don't meet the English requirements, you're going to start from the English program first. We offer you a formal, it's not conditional, it's a fully admission. It's going to say on the I-20, it's going to say you are going to start the English program first. Then after you finish your English program, you're going to start the degree program. So it's not conditional admission. But students can start English first and then they start their degree.
Ma'am, I have one question. If a student studying in the 7th SEM, which is in computer science, then he is eligible for the conditional application or for the I-20 for the fall intake, fall 2025, because his studies was going to be completed in May 2025. So he received his provisional degree in the May. So it will be, I guess, late for the date interview or for the process.
You mean the students are waiting for their degree, right? Is waiting for their diploma.
No, he is studying in currently bachelor's and apply for the master's in UCA. So in that scenario, conditional application will be accepted.
Well, we don't still for this year we have been in discussion with this kind of student this year. I think no, we do not offer them conditional. We offer them a full admission before they finish their last semester. But they have to provide us with their third-party evaluation of their transcripts. And then after they get their degree, you know, in June or by the end of May, they're going to submit to us the final degree. So we would think, you know, students would meet the requirements since the past, you know, 3 years or 3 years and a half, they already met the requirements. So the last semester, it doesn't matter that much unless, you know, the students screw up very bad, right? So well, we are going to fully admit the student, you know, give the student a full I-20, the full admission, and then it's the student's responsibility to provide us the final transcript evaluation. If there's, you know, anything change, we can just, you know, cancel the I-20 or something. So.
Thank you, ma'am.
I saw questions in chat, which is the turnaround time to offer for I-20. Well, if it's for students who's applying for the English program or for the bachelor degree, usually it's less than 2 weeks, like 10 business days, 2 weeks, because it's handled in our office. As long as the student's application, they have the students have everything, every documents ready to review. So that's in 2 weeks. But if it's for a graduate program, for a master degree, it depends, because, you know, we have to send to graduate school going to review, and then they are going to send to a specific department. The department is going to review. So it really depends on the programs. Sometimes even faster than undergraduate students. Sometimes it takes longer time. So I'm sorry, it's just hard to give you a set time frame. Will the student receive decision on portal or through email? Through email. So when I know some of the advisors, they apply on student behalf, but we identify the students applicants with their email. So once they admitted, or we have any questions, we'll communicate through the student's email, the email they use when they apply.
Just a question here. When you send out an email to the student, will you also be CCing the agent in that?
Well, usually we don't unless you request. You know, if you put at the referral session, you put your name there, and you know, you send us send me, or you know, the admission counselor a follow-up email said, you know, all the communication with the students, and I want to be CC'd. Yes, we can do that, but we need to usually you know, we don't do that, but if you want us to do that, we can do that. What is the deferral process? You know, usually, for example, this year in August, the students will going to check in with us. The check-in day, we call it orientation. That's 1 week before school started. This is the coming Sunday. Well, we'll work on the Sunday. The whole Sunday, we're going to welcome the students. And then usually after a week, I think 10 days or a week, I don't know, there's a date under the government website. Usually it's, I think, 10 days after class started. We'll send out an email to all the students who didn't report to us, you know, who never communicated with us, but maybe on the system we can see the student got their visa, or we admit the students. We'll send out an email to all the students who didn't show up, tell them, okay, here's the deadline, you know, email us back to say that you want to defer to next semester. So we communicate through email. Usually it's after 10 days. I think it's 10 days after class started. And give a student a certain date to reply back to the email to say whether they want to defer or not.
But in cases where a student has received an offer but has decided that they would want to defer, so can we put an email?
Yes.
Should we be putting it, or should the student be sending that email?
Either one. I think we got one email from you guys saying like these students want to defer, like last week when I was on vacation, got email from you guys said the students want to defer to next semester, you know, and then we'll put a note there and tell the student, email the student, and you guys said, okay, we are going to start the deferral process.
Okay. What would be, is there any I-20 deposit that is required?
No. Pay the application fee, which is $50 US, and after that they don't pay anything. They don't pay anything until they get
Okay.
here. Well, I know some other universities they charge well, we have been talking about it, so we decided no, we don't charge.
For
any
undergraduate
deposit.
students, is a 9th standard mark sheet mandatory?
For
the undergraduate
what's that?
applications, we usually submit 10th grade and 12th grade mark sheets. So is a
Okay.
9th grade mark sheet mandatory as well?
It depends. We ask for 6 semesters, 3 years of high school. So if students is still in the 12th grade, then, you know, 9th grade, 9th, 10th, 11th, right? 3 years. So as long as 3 years,
Okay.
we don't care whether it's 10 to 12 or 9 to 11, or 9, the second half of 9 and the first half of 12. So as long as it's 3 years, 6 semesters.
Okay. Do we need to officially report the test scores, especially the English proficiency?
No, you just, the students can, that can be a screenshot, can be just an email, the score, we going to verify the English score.
Okay. Is home-based TOEFL accepted?
Well, we only accept the TOEFL IBT and the paper-based. We never talk about the home-based. So
So should we assume you do not accept it? Can you check
you're
and
right.
let us know?
Right. Well, yeah, I'm going to check. Are lots of students, do you have many students that take the home-based TOEFL?
Not really, but we do get some at times. So we would want to be sure before we get them a shortlisting, because once, if they submit an application and then if the university is not accepting it, that would be a problem.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let me check on that. So we have not received any home-based TOEFL yet. So there's no discussion yet. but now I got a request from you, so we have start discussion. You know, the home-based TOEFL, are they mainly from Indian students?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, is medium of instruction letter accepted?
Yes.
So instead of an English proficiency, we submit an MOI that will be accepted.
Mm-hmm.
In case a student misses out on tagging the agent on the application form, can we send an email and get it tagged?
Yes.
Within how many days?
Get that a lot.
Within how many days can we send you a request to tag once the application is submitted?
Well, we don't have a specific time frame, so I guess before, before the semester starts usually.
Okay. And how about change of agent?
We well, we ask the students to send an email.
Okay. I think I have all the questions covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll just check if the team has any more questions to ask. Guys, do you all have any questions? No,
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry you had to work late.
No, that is absolutely fine. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for your email with the presentation, the PPT, and some updates that you have, as well as a
Yes.
TOEFL
Yes.
confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, if you guys have any questions, just email me.
Yes, most certainly. We'll reach out to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
And that's the rest of your day. Bye.
Yes. To you too. Bye-bye.